podcast that's still waiting for an NFL team to call us to form the...
I didn't have your mic on when you started talking. That's why I was like, wait. Okay, go.
I was a little bit confused by that.
I'm
just looking for you to move your foot. All right. Hey, ballers, welcome to These Balls Could Talk, the podcast that's still waiting for an NFL team to give us a call and let us know we've been drafted. This is Mark along with John and our producer Pete, and we're getting ready to discuss the latest in sports, tech, and pop culture. If you like what you hear or see, please like us or hit that subscribe button, or as someone on the show likes to say, tickle that little bell.
No,
Just John.
Sorry.
John C's going to be in a bad mood for a little while now.
No, I'm out.
Tonight is our NFL draft episode, and so we had to call upon our football professional and our version of Mel Kiper Jr., because he looks just like him. Please welcome back to the show, Mr. Jon Henry. What's going on, John?
Hey.
What's up, fellas? Happy to be back here. Talk some football.
Yeah, you're going to say football professor,
is kind of back.
Which, I mean, I guess he kind of is, too.
Football professor.
Football professor.
All right, before we get into some football, though, and some other stuff, let's catch up with everyone.
Right as I'm drinking.
And why? Right as I was eat.
Life's been moving big and small. It's time to talk about our balls. Before the day.
Couldn't stop it fast enough.
Pete, I'm so proud of you that you played the right song first, though.
Yeah, well, never mind the second one started. It's fine.
John C., how you been?
So,
Go ahead again, rant about the Knicks for a little bit.
I hate playoff sports. Like, I just hate them.
Sorry.
And I just don't understand why you do things like inbound the ball with 12 seconds left to Deuce McBride and not Jalen Brunson or Karl Anthony Towns. I just don't understand. I don't understand why you drive when you finally get the ball to Jalen Brunson. You don't shoot it. You pass it. And you throw the ball away. I don't understand this team. I just don't think Mike Brown can coach in the playoffs. I don't know. He doesn't look good. They don't look good.
I'll phrase it this way, though. Would you rather be bitching about this right now, but your team's in the playoffs, or they didn't make it at all, and you'd just be moping watching the other teams? It's a long
Not going to be in the
series.
playoffs for very fucking long.
Why are those the only two options, Pete?
Because that's all I've lived.
John wants him to win. John wants option 3. He wants to win.
Let's win. We're not going to.
He has not seen the Knicks win a title. Meanwhile, I've seen the Celtics win.
Yeah,
technically
that's true. That's
even
true.
though I've been alive
come close
for 5
a lot, but never no cigar.
Nah, you overstate that, Pete. The last time the Knicks were good was in the
mid-90s,
the late 80s, the late 80s, early 90s.
It was early 90s. I thought it was never
Patrick
mind.
Ewing.
That's pretty bad.
And when they were good, and they had Patrick Ewing and Charles Oakley and John Starks, that's the Knicks I grew up with. They never won. They got close a bunch, but they never won. And they got really close one year, and this was the year that the Michael Jordan Bulls didn't beat us like they did every year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got beat by the Houston Rockets, and Hakeem Alonso won. And I remember being young and being very, very sad when that happened. Very sad. I was like, I don't like this at all. But whatever.
That's why we play the games, to break our hearts over and over again.
Life's pretty good. It's almost. I'm in yearbook crunch. So I've done yearbook design almost every night this week. I did it before I came up here. While Jamie and I were watching the John Wick movies.
Nice.
I don't know if she should be watching them, but they are a lot of fun.
Is she going to put a John Wick quote in the yearbook now?
I really want to watch Ballerina with her, which is essentially John Wick 5.
I mean,
that's new, right? That's coming to theaters now?
No, it's already out. It's already on. It's already on Max.
Last year, I think.
The summer.
Oh, never mind.
It was last summer. And he's in it. But it's actually really interesting rewatching the John Wick movies. Once Lawrence Fishburne shows up, they start to make a lot of Matrix references, and I think it's hilarious.
Yes.
He goes like, I need guns. Lots of guns. And I'm just like, that's from the Matrix. Jamie's like, from the what? I'm like, we'll watch
get there.
it.
Wait, Jamie hasn't seen Matrix?
Soon. That is probably the first or second movie we're going to watch on Pete's massive
Hold on, the show has to
system.
stop for a second. I had to update my movie list that Jamie has to watch. Or movies that Jamie needs to watch list. And make sure that's on there.
Isn't there some kind
not on
of
there.
theory out there that John Wick is like a continuation of the Matrix or something like that.
That John Wick is Neo? Yeah, that's what the jokes are from.
Yeah.
There was like he's in Japan in 4, and there's like ad for like sake or something, and there's like Matrix symbols over it because they're like doing a Matrix thing. This movie came out in 2023, so they're not even playing. They're just like, this is what it is.
Man.
I was probably doing some justice to the Matrix series after, what was it, Revolution?
Oh yeah, whatever the last one was. I mean, John Wick is definitely better than that.
One was a miracle. One was a miracle. 2 was not that good because they tried to make another Miracle. 3 was bad. 3's a bad movie. But 4 is okay. And 4 is okay, the one that just came out like less than 5 years ago, because they were like, this is a stupid thing we're doing. And they talked about it, like broke the fourth wall almost, talked about it in the movie like a lot.
So they were self-aware of their suckage.
Self-aware enough.
Second and third movies.
The plot is that he doesn't remember he's Neo. So this character, who is Keanu Reeves, in the Matrix, it's the beginning. He just like works on a video game, and it's like the 4th video game in a series, and it's like years later that they're gonna make a new one, and they're like, everyone's like, that's ridiculous, you're making a new one. And there's like a corporate executive who's a money grubber. They're like literally talking about it. I'm like, that's awesome. I like that a lot. Anyway, nothing else is really going on. Just work and yearbook and hanging out with Jay. What's going on with you, Mark?
It's always good.
How long does the yearbook need? Like, when do you have to have your final edits for the yearbook in order?
My extended submission date is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. So that is why I've been full bore, because I need to also get it to the principal sometime next week so she can approve it. I need to sell it between this week and next week so that I am not, even though I made a ton of money. We have raised probably $1,000 now, which is what 100 copies cost. So,
well, that's good.
That's pretty much all the way there.
As some of you know, if you've been paying attention, I have a half marathon coming up in now less than a month, which I really haven't been training, but for whatever reason, I just decided on Tuesday, let's see if I can just go out and run 6 miles. Because essentially that's going to be the measuring stick as to whether or not I can truly just quit on and not run this race that I don't want to run. Well, I happened to pop in a couple of, as opposed to streaming music, which I usually do, I decided to stream a couple podcasts. And I was actually able to run all 6 miles. So
nice.
I can conceivably actually run this half marathon in a few weeks. Because I told myself if I get up to 8 before the race, I'll be good.
I mean, it's more, I think, time. Like, what is your, like, take your projected time.
I'm just worried about surviving, Pete.
No, that's what I'm saying. Take what you think you're going to run and just make sure you can run almost that long. That's what I'm getting at.
We'll see how it goes. And but kickball is back in swing for both Pawtucket and Worcester. So my week goes by pretty quick because I got kickball to look forward to on Wednesday and then Friday. This is the time of year where the weeks go by real quick because I got things to look forward to all week long. And I haven't been playing pickleball lately, which is weird. But that's okay. Yeah, I know. I've been trying to rest the elbow. I still have a little bit of the tennis elbow.
You're a tennis
elbow.
Although
has anyone, John, you may have heard about this. John Henry, you may have heard about this because you played some college sports. Has anyone ever heard of dry needling?
Sounds.
I have heard the term.
It's almost like a form of acupuncture, and so essentially, I had a chiropractor who was concentrating on sports medicine, which I actually didn't realize that chiropractors could do that. But essentially, he was like putting needles in my elbow, and he had some other thing that had some shocks, put some shocks through the arm, and one. It's kind of funny because once it puts the shocks, your hand like twitches.
Yeah. Sports medicine has come a long way in almost 20 years.
But my elbow has felt so much better ever since I've gotten a couple of treatments.
I'm gonna tell you,
100% better. But
that shock therapy. I've had shock therapy. That shock therapy is the most torturous thing I think I've ever had done to myself. I did not like it at all.
What do they try to overstimulate your muscles?
No, they stick you with diodes and they electrocute you straight up.
Okay, I mean,
Stimulate the muscles.
Just a little voltage.
I think your doctor might have been a little more into it than mine. Like at RPI, I remember injuring my hamstring, and they put the electrodes on, but they stopped before it actually got painful. Like it was right at the threshold of like, okay, this is uncomfortable. Does it hurt? Not quite. All right, good. And they left it there for.
And then I had, I told you guys last week, I had I had a thing dry iced off my hand, and that actually really hurt too. I don't know why.
It does hurt. I've had it done.
I did not like that either.
I will never understand NFL, pivoting a little bit, I will never understand trading with draft picks, because the Eagles and the Cowboys just traded first round draft picks. It's only a difference of 3 spots. Dallas was the one that moved down, but they receive like a 4th and a 6th, I think, round draft pick.
Or
4th and 5th. Just by moving down 3 spots. I don't understand that.
Interesting.
Anyway, sorry for that tangent. Anyway, Pete, how you been?
Pretty good. Running again, which is nice. I think I mentioned that last time. Still healing. Liam's doing a little bit better. He graduated. Did we talk about this last week? So he's officially done his toddler 2, his big boy classroom now, and it's hit or miss. Some mornings are easy. Some are pretty tough still. But he's getting there. His vocab, though, I gotta say, within a week of being in this bigger classroom, is exploding. He's starting to string more words together. His sentences are getting more complex. He's starting to use words more than not. And when he doesn't, I just mimic his cries and I make fun of him, and he thinks it's hilarious. And I'm like, well, I'm like, that's not a word.
They're pretty much
not a word.
They're pretty much
copycat
laughing. Animals. I mean, straight up. You know.
I think he realized. I mean, sometimes he's a toddler. When you're gonna have a meltdown, you're gonna have a meltdown. It happens. But
Monroe.
I can kind of tell now, and Steph and I can tell. When he's like really upset, and we know nothing's gonna work for a while. He's just got to cry it out. But I think we've both been really trying to encourage him to talk, and I think it's working. And work is work. Got some. I'm in the middle of a huge project right now, and we have another huge project which I'm really excited about. Like it's one of those that I'm very excited that I actually get to work on this. This is one of those. Oh my god, I can't wait till I can talk about it, which I probably won't for a long time, but I'll just keep you all in suspense. So I mean that's pretty much been it. Oh, my parents are coming this weekend, and I'm building a computer for my brother so he can play Diablo with us. So little nerdy news going on there.
Which comes out on Tuesday, baby. Diablo 4.
Diablo 4, yeah.
Diablo 4, the second expansion, Lord of Hatred.
Yes.
Blizzard, you're not a sponsor, but you certainly could be.
Hey, you for a while there, you were a local company.
Still.
Oh, they're still Blizzard up there.
It's Blizzard North, like straight up Blizzard North, actually.
There's actually Lemon. Go to the Eagles.
That's
the what's a face. The director of Diablo lives in the capital region.
That's right. Rick knows some of those guys, doesn't he? Makai Lemon to the Eagles. That's what I'm going to spend my time talking.
I would have thought they would have picked Akeem Mesidor.
Mark, do you think that means that you're trading with them June 1st for AJ Brown?
AJ Brown, it's gone.
Yes.
That's like the worst kept secret in the NFL right now.
We don't know.
Oh, you guys got to replace Diggs.
I mean, that's a huge upgrade from Diggs right now, because Diggs is a couple of years away from his prime, and Brown is certainly still in his prime.
That's a steal. I'm not gonna lie. Makai Lemon to the Eagles. Oh my.
Yeah, that's scary. I did not expect him to fall that far at all.
All because of the Cowboys.
I mean, the Cowboys grabbed Caleb as well. Caleb Downs.
Yeah,
that's a good pick for them.
That's probably number 1 rated player, honestly, on most people's draft boards.
Really?
Yeah, Caleb. As far as talent wise, yeah. But positional wise,
we need to save this talk for the show, John.
Sorry.
All right, let's get to know our guests a little bit better. That's right. It's time to warm up our balls.
Before the takes and curtain calls, we gotta warm up your balls.
Whoa, what just happened?
Nothing.
Pete had a fun radio noise. I think I know. I think it was the next noise you're going to hear.
That is a teaser to the next noise you're going to hear, yes.
During this segment, Pete will spin the wheel that will randomly select a question for our guest to answer. Are you ready, Pete?
I am. Wait, am I? Did I refresh this thing? Let me make sure. Here we go. What do you put on your hot dog? Very important question.
Honest answer: sauerkraut, mustard.
Sauerkraut's
solid
the best.
choice. I like that.
Yeah, that's my go-to if I do dabble.
I'm not a big hot
Any
dog
particular kind of
person,
mustard?
but more toppings the merrier.
The spicy brown.
Spicy brown.
That's a good way to go, especially with the cold.
I like a loaded hot dog, and actually, honestly, I really like a Chicago style hot dog.
Yeah, those are pretty good too.
I have a hot dog story from Chicago.
Do tell.
Tell your hot dog story, Pete.
So, my friend Andy and Alan, actually our good friend Alan, the three of us went to Chicago to see a concert. And at the end of the concert, we get to the hotel, and Andy's like, "Oh, there's this awesome hot dog place in Chicago. It's super famous." I honestly, God, I'm sorry, I forgot what the name of it was, but the story is more funny anyway. So he couldn't find anything. This is before Uber. So he rents a cab, but he didn't realize A, how far away this place was, and B, the type of cab that it was and the rate that it was. So we get in this cab to go to this hot dog place, and we're just driving. We're driving. I'm like, "Andy, how far is this hot dog place?" "Oh, it's got to be right here." Keep going, and I'm watching the meter just go up and up and up and up, and I'm like, "This is going to be the most fucking expensive hot dog any of us have ever eaten. This better be really good." I think it ended up being $40 or $50 in cab fees to go get a couple $2.50 hot dogs, like $2.50 hot dogs, and immediately go back.
You took a cab in a major metropolitan area more than a mile.
That drove way outside of the city. I'm like, I didn't know this place was this far. I never would have told. This is a terrible idea.
A cab is a terrible plan. They have mass transit in Chicago, bro.
We should have taken a bus. No, this is outside of the city, pretty much outside of downtown. Like, we should have taken a bus or something.
Yeah, they got the what's it face, the E-trains, the elevated trains. Chicago's awesome. I love Chicago.
It is an awesome city.
Chicago is a good city.
Also, put pickles on everything. Everything.
Yeah, pickles are good on hot dogs. Onions, I love like caramelized onions on them.
Well, Chicago hot dog is like a full pickle. You put a full pickle on it.
Oh yeah, lightly seared.
Really?
Onion too. You could do that.
We happen to live
I'm hungry.
We happen to live in the mini hot dog capital of the world, upstate New York. And so if anybody
you guys remember going to Famous Lunch with Oak?
If anybody's listening from Vietnam, they sell little tiny hot dogs this big.
Why is that relevant in Vietnam?
It's relevant because we have people who listen in Vietnam.
Well, okay, all right.
Catch up.
All right, no, I know. I thought there was like this was a delicacy in Vietnam or something that I didn't know about.
No, it's an James Miller delicacy. Hey, Oak. There is a place called Famous Lunch. There's a place called Gus's. There's a lot of places. There's Hot Dog Charlie's.
Hot Dog Charlie's, yeah.
And all they serve is tiny little hot dogs. And you don't get one of them. You get 7 of them. And that's your lunch. And you get them loaded. And then you fart for the rest of the day because it has literally chili and onions and hot dogs. Like the 3 most gaseous things you can put in your body.
Everyone who was hungry before this conversation now just lost their appetite.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right, Pete. Next question. Now we're talking about farting.
All right. The next question is
when
probably
you're talking about farting and shitting, it's time to move on.
All right. Speaking of farting and shitting, what are you eating at the movies these days? Hopefully, good food that doesn't make one of those two things happen.
I mean, there's some good food at the movies, Pete.
Probably not a hot dog. I usually just go popcorn. Honestly, I don't really eat too much at the theaters, to be honest.
Okay.
Regarding the timing that I normally go to the movies with Jamie, and we go to the movies on a pretty regular clip, but it's normally around lunch, and there's not a lot of options. But they do make like thin crust frozen pizzas now, and those are pretty good. So I'll get a pizza if we need lunch. If not, we'll get some sort of sugar candy and popcorn. Generally, Jamie picks Sour Patch Kids, but she likes the gummy nerd clusters. If you guys have ever had those are incredible. It's all shit though.
That does sound good.
No, I mean for me, normal practice is usually going out to eat either before or after the theaters for the most part. So,
John, how long have you been in the capital region?
I mean,
like since the aughts, like the 90s and the aughts.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
All right. So we went.
Yeah, that's a long.
We went to college at RPI, all of us, from 99 to 04, or it's 5 years. I know. Figure it out. And so we used to go to Houlihan's before the movies, and the reason we went is because Houlihan's had a movie and a dinner and a movie deal. So you used to get a movie ticket, and they used to serve these big ass Long Island iced teas, this big, this wide.
Ask Steph about those. She worked with the bartender's wife, so after they got out of work, he hooked them up with those giant.
And so we used to have a giant Long Island or two, and then we used to go to a movie, and we used to heckle the whole fucking time because we were like shitty 22-year-olds, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think you guys might be a little ahead of me. We might have crossed paths because I was at Troy High in 04.
Oh, you were Troy High? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
close. Okay.
I was a freshman, yeah.
But Houlihan's is probably still there when you got out of high school.
After high school, I was long gone from
gotcha.
upstate
Out
for
of
the
here.
most
For a little
part.
while. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Next question.
Yes.
Oh, I
Final
can't believe
question.
Akeem Mesidor is still available.
It's the final question. Whoa, wait, I can't read this
We probably
question.
have more time.
Mark, this question's longer than the wheel.
one. Yeah.
We're
I
at
think
a
it's-
reasonable. We got 4 minutes. We're at a reasonable clip.
All right, I'm going to guess that this is if you could travel to anywhere this weekend and money were no object, where would you go?
Yes, that was the question.
Okay, I deduced it.
I am going to
And now we know the character limit.
the NFL draft right now.
Right now, like just teleport there right now.
Nice.
Right now, I'm right in the middle of the draft.
It looks fun.
I think
It looks like a concert.
if you're a big super fan, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Fun.
Like, so
You get
you'd be
around
standing right
other
there in that section of those diehard 49ers fans the camera pans to when they make their pick.
Exactly. You know,
Yep.
the small group that'll probably attend.
And we'll talk.
yeah.
We'll talk about it. But I did not know that the fans get sort of assigned seating, so you're with fans of your team.
Yep.
Man, that's pretty
They
neat.
even get cheer prompts. They hook you up.
Yeah.
Except I'm just seeing this dude's
Actually,
underwear
they're
in
in Pittsburgh, I
the
believe.
screen.
They are in Pittsburgh. Yep.
Yeah, so if another location, just put me in the Caribbean somewhere where it's warm and tropical.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is a little.
I love that plan.
Weather is moody this time of year.
Maybe we'll get media
It is
credentials
moody.
next year and do the draft.
It'd be
If money
interesting.
were no object, I would go to the hills of Italy, right in the middle.
You
Where my
can't-
family's
Yes.
from.
That's nice.
And I would stay. This is the dream trip. You stay in a little villa, and you have an old Italian lady cook you pasta every night, and you drink wine, and you sit on the veranda.
How is that? How is that different? So is the scenery the only difference between you and going back home to mom's?
Yes, and the stress.
Yeah.
It's a little stressful there right now. But I mean, that stuff is good. And maybe that stuff is good because it always happened. But I like it because I like it, right?
Yeah. I mean, that'd be gorgeous. I think Steph and I have talked a lot about wanting to go to Costa Rica. So maybe her and Liam and I will teleport over there.
Also, like,
But my parents are coming, so I guess we'll have to bring them too.
Rome is a hell of a trip. I've been to Rome. I like Rome a lot.
I just did that trip.
Yeah.
Did you see?
Did you go to the Did you go to the Coliseum?
Coliseum?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fucking Coliseum's great.
Did you walk
We
in there
walked
and-
to the Coliseum from our hotel, and then we took a cab to Vatican City, and then we walked to a bunch of fountains.
Nice.
And then
I think
back
I've said that. I think I've said my super Catholic Vatican City experience on the show. But
I think so.
the bullet points are after a red eye, flying overnight into Italy, getting there at lunchtime during the siestas. After we ate, we walked into the Vatican, and there was Gregorian chant going on from somewhere. I didn't see a choir. And there was a beam of light, like physical, like a thick beam, and it was just dust, right, in this 1,000-year-old building. But a beam of physical light that was pointing on an insignia right in the middle, like something out of Indiana Jones. Straight up.
That's cool.
It's still in my head. It was like 25 years ago.
Huh. Damn. It's magical.
Something.
It was like your moment where John Belushi got the light in Blues Brothers. In the
Pete, it's almost time, buddy.
Almost
time. Do you want a wide receiver? I see Casey
yes.
Concepcion is still
Concepcion
Daryl
is still there.
Boston.
If he is on the board and the Bills don't pick Concepcion, I'm going to be pissed. But if he goes to the Browns or Bears here, which is, well, Bears probably not, but the Browns.
I mean, according to NFL.com, both the Bears and the Browns need a wide receiver.
Why do the Bears need more wide receivers? They keep freaking. They got rid of DJ Moore because apparently they don't need him anymore.
Browns don't need a wide receiver. Browns need defense.
Who did the Browns pick? They picked Spencer Fano. Okay, that was a good pick for them, but they're probably going to take.
I mean, I think did you say Browns or Bears? I'm sorry.
Browns need. They could use a wide receiver.
Oh, by the way, Browns need a wide receiver.
By the way, why did the Browns pick Spencer Fano when they don't have a quarterback? And B, I think if the Browns didn't pick Spencer Fano, the offensive lineman at 10 would have been Spencer Fano and not Francis Maga.
That's probably why the Giants grabbed Maga there, just to make sure they got someone they liked.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, we're at time.
Okay. Oh, it was fun. So
and now we hand things off to Pete.
So we, like last week, we're going to change things up a little bit. Hold on, I got to get this ready.
Less explanation, buddy. You're a professional now.
Where's the...
You just had it, Peter.
I know, but there's a full screen button. Whatever. This is fine. The checker's fine. It's time for...
Sabres Report.
Well, that is incredible.
I had a little too much fun making that. Sabres Report. Yeah, so guys, we're in the first playoff series that the Sabres have had since 2011 to 12 season. It's been a long time. And they are against Mr. Mark Pesce's Boston Bruins. So have you been watching, Mark, and what are your thoughts so far? The Sabres, so it was a brutal first game that I thought Boston was going to run away with, and I'm thinking, like, how are they ever going to get past Sweden? And then, bam, 4 unanswered goals in the last 5 minutes of the third period. But then Boston comes roaring back in game 2, plays super physical. They outmatched the Sabres. They stopped their offensive rush, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen was very disappointing and let in the worst goal I've ever seen. Like, dude, when I played goalie in street hockey, I wouldn't have let that in. Just saying. And I'm not an NHL professional goalie. So that was bad. So Sabres lost that one. Boston, well-deserved win. You guys played your asses off in game 2. Series tied at 1. Tonight, Boston. In Boston, I mean, for the third game. And Boston scores first again and again. Your goalie, Swayman, is incredible. He's stopping everything left and right. And I'm like, they're never going to score. But somehow they sneak in 2 goals unanswered in the third and get the empty netter to win tonight. But it's been really close. It's been really fun to watch. They've been
good series.
Good series. Both teams are very physical. I thought the Bruins were just going to bully the Sabres, but man, Buffalo has stood up to them, I think, better than I expected.
Yeah, I think that series is going 7. To answer your previous question, have I been watching?
Yeah. Yep.
I have been watching small parts of it. I mean, technically they're my hometown team, but I'm with regards to all of the sports teams around here, the Bruins are the lowest on the list. So and I've admitted this on the pod before. I'm a fair weather fan when it comes to the Bruins, and I'm not overly excited about their playoff aspects. So I've been paying attention to what's been going on, but not really paying attention to the games. The small portions of the games that I have watched, the Bruins were winning or had been winning and scored goals. So I watched probably of game 2 a good chunk of the second period, and then stopped watching. And then after I stopped watching, the Sabres decided that they wanted to win the game. So
in game 1, yeah.
Or game
Pete,
1, I'm sorry.
Pete, I know that you are fearful of the Bruins, but you guys are the better team this year.
Well,
you shouldn't have.
Should on paper.
Maybe
the Sabres,
by record.
Yeah, by record and points and the things that matter in sports.
So on paper, the Sabres are a better team. They have, I think, more talent.
The game's on play
down the lines, but this is why I'm scared of Boston because their top line, Pasternak, or what do you guys just call him, Pasta over there?
Yeah,
him and Geeky are freaking awesome, and they're scary whenever they're on the ice. They can score at any moment. And their best strength, Boston's biggest strength, is neutralizing a team's rush through the neutral zone. Double neutral. So that's what the Sabres love to do, is that super speed rush up the side. So you think, okay, the Sabres are faster, in a lot of ways bigger, so you think that wouldn't be a problem, but Boston's really, really good at jamming that up and not letting the Sabres get into the offensive zone the way they like to and the way they practice to and plan to. So it really fucks up their offensive rhythm. On top of that, the Bruins have a goalie that is just playing out of his mind in this series so far, Swayman. So I'm a little worried because I feel like while the Sabres may on paper be the better team, I think Boston, with their playoff experience and just the way they uniquely match up against the Sabres, are a problem for the Sabres. And it's shown so far. And it showed in the regular season too. When they played each other tough every single game that they went head to head. So I don't know if that helps you, Mark, or that jogs a memory, but
nope.
Okay. All right, 42 seconds, Pete. Final thoughts, buddy.
Final thoughts. It was nice to see Noah Ostlund back in there. I'm starting to learn all their names again. Guys, I'm just excited to be celebrating something with playoff hockey again. Buffalo, we're a two-sport town. We're not blessed with 4 major sports teams. And I know as you guys talk,
you guys don't have an MLS team?
Okay, maybe. Well, we have a lacrosse team, and they're awesome. The Bandits, they win all the time, but nobody seems to care about that one.
Yeah, we have an arena football team in Albany. I don't talk about them.
Yeah.
We did when Antonio Brown owned them.
That was fun.
Yeah, that's true. That was fun. So I'm just happy for him. I'm excited. Maybe I'll have to get a Rasmus Dahlin jersey now instead of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, because Luukkonen was not very good.
Aw, womp womp.
Womp womp.
Womp womp womp.
So that's all. Right. I'm excited. We'll see where this one goes. But yeah, Sabres in 7.
Yar. That's what we said in the beginning.
I know. That's what I'm going to keep saying.
All right, we'd like to thank one of this week's fake sponsors, Boo Boost. Enhances your booing with surround sound effects. Boo Boost. Let them hear you in 4K.
You know he gets 5 more minutes, right?
Oh, no, that was the end of my first half segment.
Yeah.
No, he said he was just going to do the one segment.
Well, I only gave him 5 minutes. You talk about the Bruins for 5 more minutes. We don't have 5 more minutes of Bruins conversation, so I figured we'd move on.
I think that's run its course pretty good. I don't know enough about the Sabres anyway to be able to talk too much. And if Mark doesn't know as much about the Bruins and you guys don't know anything, let's move on to. So, guys, we changed up our power rankings now. There will be some NFL ones that are going to come in intermittently here as the offseason goes on. But in the meantime, since the NBA teams are now fighting in the playoffs...
Stop explaining.
I'm giving our audience a little bit of a behind the scenes, okay?
They don't want that. They want this, Peter. Yes.
They want the music.
Yes.
Mighty Morphin Power Rankings!
There we go.
Okay. All right. Let's look at this beautiful list.
See.
Now you can see it. Okay.
You're stalling very well right now, Pete.
I know. Thank you. All right, guys. So, as I said before, the NBA power rankings are done, but if these balls could talk, we can power rank anything. It's time for the MLB power rankings. Starting with Big League Balls. Not to be confused with Big League Chew. Not a sponsor, but you could be. The Padres are at number 1. Riding hot, Mason Miller locked down, and if they have a late lead, go ahead and change the channel. Dodgers at number 2. Still terrifying. Feels like they're going to win games by accident at this point. Reds at number 3. Ella De La Cruz going nuclear lately, and suddenly his team looks very real. Braves at 4. Had a nice streak going before getting knocked off. Still dangerous. Yankees at 5. Steady. Timely hitting. Doing just enough to hang at the top. Next, guys, the warning track balls. Cardinals at number 6. Doing that quiet, we're good again thing. Cubs at number 7. Red hot. Scoring runs like it's batting practice. And the Brewers or Diamondbacks sitting right there at 8 and 9, annoying teams nobody wants to play. And the Pirates at 10. Competitive, scrappy, and stressful. I'm surprised because their pitcher Skeens is amazing. They gotta build some more around that guy. Next, ground balls. The Guardians, A's, Rays, Rangers, Twins, oh my! This is the win 2, lose 2, nobody learns anything tier. Every team here feels one streak away from mattering or disappearing. And next, guys, foul balls. Oof. Tigers, Orioles, Marlins, just kind of existing. Nationals at least made noise knocking off a hot Braves team. Angels pulled off a big win snapping a losing streak. Emotional boost, but still stuck here. And lastly, dead balls. This is tough, guys. Phillies are on a losing streak. Mets are on an even worse one, well, until tonight, right? Or yesterday? But it was a double-digit streak, guys. That's bad. Royals just snapped a skid.
It ended yesterday. It ended yesterday.
The Mets won. Amazing.
Congrats, Jeff. They don't suck that much.
They still suck.
I know. That's sorry, guys. Royals just snapped a skid. Astros and Red Sox still searching for answers. Oof. And the rest playing for vibes and draft position. So, guys, the Padres are rolling, and the Mets, they might need a group hug. Just keep repeating, it's only April. It's only April. It's only April. Drop a line on who's too high, who's too low, and who's about to go on a run. Whoosh.
So, the big thing I noticed is that the difference between the number 1 and number 2 American League team is 6 spots.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
There are no listen. There's no difference really between National and American League teams anymore. A lot like in football that don't have any difference really of AFC teams and NFC teams.
That's true.
So they're a little bit more evenly matched now that the NL can have DHs, but the NL in general has been spending more money as well. I mean, you got the Padres, you got the Dodgers, and you got the Mets, of course. Mm-hmm. What's that?
You got Mason Miller.
And you got Mason Miller. Mason Miller, by probably the best reliever in all of baseball right now, without a doubt. Guy has, I think, almost 30 strikeouts, and I believe he's yet to give up a run. And he's given up very few hits, and he strikes out like everyone. And the man is the second coming of Mo, in a lot of respects.
I agree. By the way, I think that's a really good point.
And he'll probably be a Yankee in a few years.
Well, as long as all our starting pitchers go 8 innings, the Yankees can win a lot of games. So I think that's the plan. I think that's the strategy this year. Just like a lot of starting pitching. So much starting pitching. But the hitting's been good. You're right. The hitting's been timely. And our young kids are really excelling. Schlittler. Ben Rice, the best hitter.
Aaron Boone, play Ben Rice every day.
Every day.
Bellinger.
He's the best hitter in baseball, Ben Rice. Literally. By numbers. Play him. Forever. He's just going to get better. And you heard it here first on If These Balls Could Talk, by the way, because we said that last year.
Maybe that'll be the next social media reel is we'll just yell at Aaron Boone. It's like, fucking play Ben Rice.
What month do we pull the emergency ripcord for the Boston Red Sox?
I mean, saying
obviously not April.
I was saying during all of offseason, they do not have enough offense.
They don't.
Losing Alex Bregman was a huge loss for them. And they had all this young talent that maybe are going to be good one day, but maybe they've brought them up a little bit too soon. I don't know. I'm really done with Jared Duran. Like, he had a good year, like maybe a good season and a half, but he really fizzled out at the end of last year, and now he really sucks.
What are our thoughts on the MLB right now, John?
I'm just following the Yankees currently, and honestly, we've been doing all right. I mean, give or take consistency on the offensive side, and
oh no, I mean we're good as long as Max Fried or Cam Schlitter throws 8 innings and
exactly,
1 run.
exactly.
In pretty good shape.
The one thing I don't like about the state of baseball is we don't let pitchers go all the way anymore. Like, just give them 9 innings. Like, I miss those days, and would like to see that more.
Yeah.
But I know everything's analytic and, pitch numbers and pitch counts, but...
Well, nobody really pitches anymore. They're just trying to throw the ball really hard or spin the ball really, really fast. That's essentially the two main things that starting pitchers do now.
So, like... growing up off of like Mike Messina and stuff like that, like I enjoyed the
Greg
chess
Maddux.
battle. I know, just pitchers that would, had an arsenal, versus just high heat, for example. Everyone wants to be Randy Johnson, but there's skill and techniques and improving and those kind of things. So,
doesn't Mason Miller throw an average of like 101 or something? Boy,
Not an average, but it's up there. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I mean, some of the guys where
oh my god.
Yeah, some of the guys where you look at the spin rate and average velocity. I mean, you're going to get a few Mason Millers out of there. You're going to get a Paul Skeens, but they're not all like that. The kid on the Brewers, I just remember I can't remember what his full name is, but they call him the Miz. They thought he was going to be the next superstar, but he can throw hard. That's pretty much it. I mean, the Red Sox beat him. What does that show you?
Schlittler throws hard, but he has like 4 pitches. John, do we love Cam Schlittler? Because I think we do. I certainly do. Ooh, Jamie's here.
100%.
Hi, Jamie.
That's right.
I mean, the only thing wrong with Schlittler is saying his name, because it's very hard to say and sounds like something else.
Schlittler.
Giant Schlittler.
Say it 3 times fast.
I know.
There that goes.
Be careful. Demonetized. No, we can swear on the show.
It makes me think of Schmidt. Rub some Schmidt on it.
Oh, the Browns selected Casey
hilarious.
Concepcion.
I know.
Rub some Schlitt on it.
I've been angrily typing in the background with Steph.
They still have Daryl
I'm
Boston.
trying to hold off on talking about it because
he doesn't.
Or Denzel Boston.
Boston is like slight upgraded Keon Coleman to me.
Oh,
big,
you traded your pick.
Contested catch guy. Bill's traded down. Good.
To who?
Houston.
Texans.
Oh, only a couple spots.
Oh, the Texans didn't have a first-round pick.
Okay.
Oh, you must have got
they
a
did.
shitload.
They had 28.
Yeah.
A Schlittload.
Oh, I thought I saw that they didn't.
That was a smart move, honestly. If there were 3 guys I would have taken in round 1 for the Bills.
Where did you guys see that?
NFL.com.
Yeah, Caleb Banks would have taken, obviously, Casey Concepcion, fucking Cleveland. And Malachi Lawrence I would have taken at 26.
Cleveland's doing great.
They're
they'll
2
have a
really good
fucking
picks right now. With no fun. Concepcion's going to rot over there.
It's no fucking quarterback.
They got a quarterback, and if you want to wait until next year to find a quarterback, that they're better off doing that anyway. Give Shador a chance this year. If it fails, you get a high pick.
I'm fine with that.
Though. They did give him a chance after a while.
I mean,
he did not play well last year.
We're supposed to be talking baseball.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We're at time. Right. We should.
All right, we'll talk about this later.
Let's get to the first question so we can just discuss. Because I know what the first question is.
All right. Let me find the stop button here.
John, do you want me to do the sponsor again? Or is it all right if I just skip it?
I'm not going to move it. I would delete it, and you could do it again.
All right.
Or
I'll do it again then. We would like to thank one of this week's vague sponsors, Boo Boost. Enhances your booing with surround sound effects. Boo Boost. Let them hear you in 4K. All right, everyone, shall we kick off the shindig?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So with the draft being in Pittsburgh, these are musicians or bands from the Pittsburgh area. If you want the first topic, ballers, there's a price to pay. You'll have to listen to the next song, but it'll end anyway. So the NFL draft is currently airing, as we've already been talking about it, and we actually mocked the drafted the top 5 picks, which you can check out on our socials at If These Balls Pod. What many are calling the most unpredictable draft in recent memory, the top pick was certainly an easy one, with the Raiders choosing national champion and Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Fernando Mendoza, who follows in the footsteps of people like Jameis Winston, Cam Newton, and Joe Burrow. The Jets made their Sophie's choice, opting for David Bailey. The Cardinals, who wanted to trade down, ultimately took running back Jeremiah Love, which we will talk about a little bit more later. And the Titans surprisingly went offense, choosing Carnell Tate. And finally, Arvell Reese ultimately fell to the Giants. So everyone, what do we think of the first round of the NFL draft thus far?
I'm very mad.
I think I might love it.
John's happy.
I am pleased that teams are choosing offense where honestly, Pete and Mark and I were talking about Arvell Reese today and Dan Bailey, and really Arvell Reese and Dan Bailey are very similar
they were
players.
Interchangeable at 2 and 3.
Interchangeable, and I thought they were going to go 2-3. And the fact that he got to 5 makes me very happy. We don't need an edge rusher, but what it does is it gives us a lot of options. And honestly,
he can play linebacker too, though. It
gives us the ability to probably do something interesting with Kayvon Thibodeau.
You guys could grab a third, fourth rounder for him, or even a fifth, honestly, because
you think?
Yeah, because Reese falls right under their 4 pass rushers now of high end pass rushers. Thibodeau's probably on the lower end, but he's still solid.
Well, wait, do you think that they should have gotten the number 10 overall pick for Dexter Lawrence?
No.
I don't know how they pulled off that fleece.
I don't know that
trade.
either. Maybe there'll be another desperate team that will get.
That is a fleece, and what that is Cincinnati is badly run, and also Joe Burrow made them an ultimatum. Joe Burrow said, "Fix the defense, or I'm out," and he did actually say that.
Why the number 10 pick?
It's a lot. It's very aggressive.
I don't blame the Giants for accepting that trade.
They were like, "Oh."
As a Bengals, right? You let your best pass rusher walk for Skittles, and then you trade your premium pick.
They got a lot of Skittles
for overpay your premium pick for, I wouldn't say an HD tackle, but he's closer to 30
off his worst season ever.
And then he plays nose tackle, so
he got double teamed a lot.
Yeah, it's an unblessed position where you could have 6 sacks 1 year and look like the best thing on paper, but you could still be solid with a half a sack as long as you're doing your job. Really, is one of those.
As long as you're distracting the offense,
holding up the offensive line so your other playmakers could get in there. And
well, that's why overall, Burns had a huge year last year, and he had and Dex and what's his face? The rest of the line really didn't, and so that's the reason.
I know we give credit to the pass rush on the outside, but the interior is included in there too. Holding their blocks and whatnot. So,
and then I really like the Francis Maga pick. What I like is a giant, aggressive offensive tackle, and that was going to be either Spencer Fano or Francis Maga, and Fano went 9, so Maga went 10. I think that what that proves to me is that the Giants brass is all in on Scadaboo and Jackson Dart, and the fact that they want to be kind of a aggressive John Harbaugh style run offense, which I totally dig.
Yeah.
I don't want to analyze your team too hard, but you probably should go with running back sometime in this draft, honestly.
Really?
Scadaboo has got to. He's got to run until he can't run anymore.
That's what I'm saying. That could be 2 games in for all I know.
Well, they also got him a big giant. They got him a fullback.
Yes, they did. They got him a 300-pound fullback.
They got him a 300-pound fullback.
So now the fullback's gonna ram first to soften the wall of guys, and then Scadaboo will be able to just smash through it.
But even Tracy, he's a good running back. I don't know how he fits into his running game.
He has almost 2,000-yard seasons in his 2 years. Tyrone Tracy is the real deal.
And he's definitely a different runner than Scatterbrain. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a nice 1-2 punch there. I think of different variety. Yeah.
I don't think there are two running backs that it could be any more different.
No. Let's not. We don't have to talk about the Giants the whole time, though. Pete, how sad are you that
you don't have a first round pick anymore?
Oh man, we lost.
No, you do. I'm sorry.
No, we do. But I really. So yeah, this was going so well, and then all of a sudden it went really bad. So like
the Browns, you.
The fucking Browns. Ugh. What do you? I wanted that guy, man. I was so pumped for KC, and I saw him falling. I'm like, oh my god, this might actually work. And then I knew in my head, I'm like, the Browns are just going to take him, and it's going to be so annoying. And I guess it would have been okay if Caleb Banks and or Malachi Lawrence were still on the board, but Banks went 18th to ahead of where I thought he would, to the Vikings, and Malachi Lawrence went right before Cleveland pick. So bam, right before the Bills. Lawrence gone, the edge rusher that I liked, and Casey Concepcion gone. So
the Niners trade back.
Yep.
That's probably why they traded back.
That is exactly, and I'm glad they did. That was smart because they didn't get like the 2 or 3 guys that I thought were worth it for the Bills, specifically this far down. So just get out of there. You lost a second round pick to DJ Moore, so maybe try to, I don't know if they can trade down again. I bet you they're trying to field offers here. Try to get down and finagle as many picks as you can to get ammunition to get another pick in the top of the third.
You still need to get quality players, though. And I mean, you've got a couple good corners.
Okay.
You've got Omar Cooper Jr. out there, too. You like him better than Denzel Boston?
Maybe. I think Cooper, but Cooper has like no yards after the catch. But I guess that's what you got Shakir for.
So I was watching,
he's a good separator. I would probably take Jr. over Boston. Because I feel like Boston is more, it's just going to be more Keon Coleman vibes. And I know he's probably going to be better than Keon Coleman, but
I feel like he's just a bigger version of oh my God, what's his name from the Rams? Why can't I think of his name? Fuck. Someone else go.
So let me jump in here. So
sure, go ahead.
Omar Cooper, this is like his breakout year. He wasn't, and I think he was a senior this year. So
yeah,
that doesn't really remark for he's going to be a good professional. Not saying he can't find his niche.
Right. Devontae Adams, that's who I was saying.
Oh yeah,
God damn it.
But Denzel Boston, at least he gives you a 6'4" wide receiver. Like that's a big deal for Allen because you guys already have fast, small receivers. You don't need another fast, small receiver.
Keon's 6'5" and he's shit. Granted, this guy is better than Keon Coleman.
Right.
Keon Coleman's 6'5"?
Yeah.
Keon also ran like almost a 4.6.
I think even slower than that, maybe.
I think it was like so that was far beyond the reach.
Right. At least Boston is faster
Denzel,
than that,
at least giving you decent speed.
Yeah.
And then you guys have DJ Moore now.
Right. That is nice.
Shaquille.
But
so
I mean,
you guys
Moore, I feel like, is on the sunset of his career, though, for his prime. I mean, not career, but on his prime. He's been steadily declining over the last 4 years. Maybe that was the quarterback situation. I know that him and, what's his face?
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, yeah. I was thinking Caleb Downs now because I'm in draft mode. Caleb Williams, I've never really saw eye to eye in Chicago, and I think that's why they probably wanted to get rid of him. So I'm hoping that DJ can have a good resurgence. His locker's already next to Josh's, and apparently they've been really chatty and having a good time. So I'm hoping the chemistry's already there.
Are they best friends?
I think so.
I mean, I hope they're best friends.
But,
the last time Josh Allen had a legitimate WR1, the Bills were real good.
I mean, he got Stephon Diggs 1,600 yards and like 15 touchdowns in one season.
I don't think that's going to happen anymore, though. I don't know if Allen is at that. He forced the ball a lot back in those days.
He did way too much. He tried to do too much.
Yes.
Well, that was the offensive scheme.
They kind of had to.
That was Dable pretty much scripting like 40 throws a game, which I don't. Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's going to do that anymore. They're trying to be a little more balanced than that.
So I mean, if you could get 800-900 yards from two two players. I mean, you still got a high-level tight end, a high-level running back, where you can spread the ball around. So you might not see magnificent wide receiver stats.
I miss it so much,
but,
though, man. Every time I watch those 2020 highlights of the Bills, it's like I see Sean McDermott yelling at them like, "Why are we running the ball more? Because you're up 50 to fucking nothing, and your wide Josh Allen has 400 yards every fucking game. Deal with it."
Can I actually,
why is that a problem?
Oh, angry.
Like, I miss that so much. Sorry. It was just nice to see. It was so much fun to see. It was like, oh, they're one of the smart teams now. They just go, and it was just yards, touchdowns, yards, score. And they're not
running gun. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, man, I miss it so much. Anyway, there's still some good picks. There's decent wide receivers. Was it Chris Bell? Is that his name? Who's been hurt. But he's got big talent, super fast.
8 minutes, man.
Yeah. Sorry. Josh's best... his best wide receivers in his entire career have been super fast, crisp route runners with good hands. That's Diggs. That's Shakir. That is what's the guy? The really good slot receiver they had for a while there from Dallas. Why am I forgetting his name?
Because they're old.
Drank too much scotch. Anyway. Yeah, the year
where
I'm
not paying attention.
Sorry, the year where the Bills wide receiver 1 and 2 combined for over 2,600 yards. They
traded
was
down
when they
again.
did not have any big wide receivers on their team.
They traded underneath the Patriots and the Chiefs.
They traded with the Patriots. Whoa.
What are they doing?
You guys did have Gabe Davis, who actually performed really well next to Diggs that 1 year too.
He did. I think he was a great role player receiver, but he never was good enough to be a wide receiver too.
I hope they got a lot for that trade, Pete.
But anyway, sorry, I could ramble on about on this all day.
We're at time anyway.
Yeah.
So
well, John, we'll see what they do.
I hope they got a lot for that trade.
Wait, the Pats are on the clock? That's weird.
They traded with the Bills for go from 31 to 28.
And no picks for the Niners this round, actually. Oh, they're coming out.
Trade all the way out?
All the way.
No,
Niners are at 30th. So
we're at 30. Yep.
Who do you want to see? What do you feel like you need?
Safety, sir. I am booking for safety.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of good safeties.
We have a lot more draft talk coming up, everyone. There's literally 2 of my questions.
Okay.
Yep.
Sing me a song, Mark. This.
John, you're gonna love this one. Papa loves mambo, da, 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 da. Mama loves mambo, da, 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 da. Look at him sway with it, getting so gay with it, shouting its next topic now.
The Patriots picked an angry white man to protect Drake May. Drake May. So, and we kind of brought it up, but I think it's worth a topic. The NFL draft landscape was just set on fire. The New York Giants have officially moved on from their defensive anchor, sending 3-time Pro Bowler Dexter Lawrence to the Cincinnati Bengals. In return, the Giants land the number 10 overall pick and offensive lineman Francis Maga, giving new head coach John Harbaugh 2 selections in the top 10. For Cincinnati, this is a clear Super Bowl or bust declaration, bringing in a 340-pound wrecking ball to fix a bottom 4 run defense and maximize Joe Burrow's championship window. But for New York, it's a stunning end to an era. They've traded a franchise icon for the chance to completely reset their identity on draft night. It's a gamble that will define both franchises. While Cincinnati gets the immediate superstar, did the Giants win this trade by offloading a massive future contract and landing a top 10 pick for a 29-year-old lineman?
I don't know. That's why we play the games.
I mean, what's your thoughts?
I think the Giants did really, really well and smart here. I'd be curious to hear John's take on this because I feel like the three of us have already talked about this, so I want a fresh perspective on it.
Sure. I don't know. I think majority rules, and this is analysis on that trade, where I feel like most people see that who lost the trade here. You gave up a premium pick for what you could have probably got for a second rounder. And I think even if he has success in Cincinnati, that also sets them back because
they're also paying him.
Yes, but regardless of the money, you send a second and another pick, and you still have a first to come away with another premium player. So you essentially lost a young talent that you could have build with, and then and we'll see how Lawrence does. I don't know if this moves the scale that far for them. I mean, they have a lot of holes.
I mean, the Bengals definitely panicked.
Yeah, like it's been a crazy offseason for those guys. Does that lead to Joe Burrow leaving?
Yeah,
I think it does.
I actually think this move, probably in addition to some other ones that they're going to need to make, I think the Bengals could win the AFC North this year. This upcoming season. I really do. Listen, Joe Burrow is due for another MVP type season, I think.
If he can stay healthy.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, when he's on his game, he's great. But
guys, speaking of fantasy for a second, I'm going to have a real question in the beginning of the season, and this was happened last season. Dart's going to put numbers up, and he's going to consistently put numbers up. But I have to play Joe Burrow when he's playing, so I don't know who I'm going to play.
But I mean, if this is kind of telegraphing the end of the line for Burrow and Cincy, John, like you think this is?
I don't think he stays for another terrible season, and they still have the chance of being terrible.
Yeah, and right. This could blow up in their face.
The problem is that
I can't see them being absolutely terrible. I can't.
NFL players are very aware of their lifespan, and I mean, he is not a young man. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, he's not a young man anymore. You don't have to be young to play quarterback at a high level, but you can't be old, and you can't constantly have your teeth kicked in like Joe Burrow does. I mean, it's just going to be a moment.
And can I add to that?
Yeah, of course. Sure.
He is switching from a 3-4 to a 4-3 defense. Mm-hmm. So that may actually extend his shelf life of his success. So
that's something that we actually preached the Giants should have done last year, is switch to a 4-3.
So, I mean, he may still see some double teams, but they did put in some effort to improve their defense. I mean, they got Jonathan Allen over there and Mafe from Seattle to go along with Dexter. So, and then they had a first rounder from like a couple years ago. But overall, I mean, it looks good on paper. We'll see how they perform. And
here's what trading away that number 10 pick did. They lost out on an offensive tackle, one of the top 2 offensive tackles in the whole draft, and the Giants got him.
Yep. I mean, Burrow needs to stay healthy, and if you can't protect him,
so does Jackson Dart, bro.
Yeah, but Dart is more mobile. Like Burrow, I worry about even more because Burrow is not mobile, and he's older now.
He's not.
At least
you're right.
Dart's still young.
Not as mobile as Jackson Dart, maybe, but he's mobile.
Ish. He takes a lot of sacks. He gets hit.
You're ish. That's because he has like less than 2 seconds to throw the ball.
Well, yeah.
Let's see how you do with a 300-pound man running right at you, Pete.
To John's point, that's also why they shouldn't have traded away their first-round pick, so they could have taken an offensive lineman.
Yes.
And really,
both John's point.
If they kept that 10th pick, they could have got Vega, and that would have helped share it up a lot of that O-line trouble on the interior.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's exactly, by the way, exactly what they would have done. That is the move they would have made.
Probably not. They would have
probably done something dumb because they're poorly run.
They're like, that's so bad.
They're like, let's get another.
I'm rooting for that team, though. I would like Cincinnati to have another run. To be honest,
the NFL.
Yeah, I'd like to see him do well.
I think is better when Joe Burrow is being Joe Burrow. I think he is. I mean, like, remember the 1 year, 2 seasons ago where he won the skills competition by, like, far? Well, because, like, Joe Burrow is the guy who can throw a football through a solo cup. I mean, he just can.
That's a great one. Yeah. He is one of the best pure throwers, I think, in the league. Like him and Matt Stafford, I'd say, are just they have just 100%. The best. Those are the two that I just think of when I think of like the best touch, the best accuracy, all that stuff. You know.
Who's San Fran on the clock now?
San Fran just traded out the pick. Sorry, that's what
They did not.
Whoa,
Yes, we did.
They did to the
to the
Jets.
Jets.
Jets have a third first-round pick.
They fucking
Yeah.
need it.
I feel like this happens all the time.
Well, they
though.
can't pick Ty Simpson.
No, they can't. But I feel like the Jets always do this. They pick like all these picks in the first round, and everybody praises them and like, oh man, they're going to be great, and then they suck.
Because it's all risk reward. Like no one is guaranteed to be good in the NFL.
I mean,
Like,
David Bailey was a no-brainer. But I think Kenyon Sadiq is a good pick. I like him a lot.
I think that might be a smart move by
that was
49ers.
a good pick. That was a good.
I thought so
the trade
too.
down
And
was
then,
good.
someone in our football league reminded us of that they drafted they drafted a tight end 2 years ago? What's his
Really?
name? Mason
Yeah,
right now, I
it was
forget.
his son of the DN Taylor, Jason Taylor's son. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
How about the quarterback getting taken at 13 by
Oh yeah,
Love?
Yes.
Love.
that's
All
the biggest
pros
like,
said
huh?
that Ty Simpson would not go that early.
That is the
But-
biggest like whoa so far, and to the Rams of all teams.
I mean,
Well,
him and McVay put him with a good coordinator.
There is some logic
Good, but yeah, I mean they're
to
planning for
get
the
the
future
guy
now. That's what
to
that
get
tells
the guy while Matt's still playing, right?
me. Yeah, but does this signal that maybe the end is closer than we think for Matt?
No.
Maybe.
You don't think
No.
so?
I mean, Jordan Love learned about football for 3 years.
yeah, I mean that's Green Bay does it. Green Bay is different.
I don't know. I
don't
actually
know.
think, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit later. The Rams probably could have taken a gamble in the third round on Garrett Nussmeier for a backup as for Stafford, because that's what Nussmeier needs. Is he needs a team with some pretty good wide receivers and a pretty good offensive line. He needs everything set up for him so that he can just see it and then throw it.
All right, we got to move on. Go time.
Oh my God, draft.
I'm excited to be talking about football again.
Football.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without the next topic.
If you didn't tell me what the
was nice.
the topic was, I would have said crooners. You're singing all these songs that like my
Oh
parents.
yeah,
listen
that's
to.
true.
Crooners, the first song was a Christina Aguilera song.
I
Shut
mean,
up.
she's a pop star female crooner-ish. Not really.
All right, so this is what everyone is perceiving to be the best football prospect in the draft in Jeremiah Love. However, many experts don't like drafting a running back so high due to set value contracts for NFL draft picks. It appears that the Cardinals are defying that logic as they drafted Love with a number 3 pick. One could argue that it's not a good plan to build a contender, as the last team that made the Super Bowl with a back they drafted in the top 10 was Reggie Bush back in 2009. One could also argue that key running backs are dark horses, and you can find as many of them potentially low in the draft, such as these names. Curtis Martin was drafted in the 3rd round, and Terrell Davis was a 6th round draft pick.
Wow.
So everyone
Hey, so was Kim Scatterbo.
Huh. There you go.
They haven't won a Super Bowl, and he's not a Hall of Famer. So everyone, is drafting a running back so high in the draft truly worth it? And what players do we think are going to be dark horses in this year's NFL draft?
Can I just say, from having learned this lesson, you can't build an NFL team around a running back.
Not anymore. In the 70s.
Nope,
The Giants
yeah.
can't.
Nobody can.
But I
So-
feel like. Sorry, go ahead, John.
No, you can't. You can to a degree, right? You just have to make sure you have your O line ready to
Yes.
Yeah.
No, because no successful NFL team runs a single running back anymore. No one does.
roll.
Unless you're Travis Henry. Or no,
49ers,
Derrick Henry.
we
Yeah.
clearly only use one running back.
Oh,
all
yeah,
season.
right.
95%
McCaffrey
of the
was like
year.
your entire offense this
The
year.
freak of-
outlier.
He's a freak of
Oh.
nature.
Well, when you get
got-
those elite guys, that is your chance to have that bell cow.
I mean, the side note of that is that like teams like the Ravens, who should be winning more, and the Niners, even though you made the Super Bowl more recently than the Ravens, they're not a lot of them. They're just not. And like you take a guy like King Henry and you put him on Tennessee and he's bad. I mean, it's just a different. It's just a more complete game right now, I think.
Buffalo traded
Yeah.
again.
I don't think there will be an issue taking a running back that high.
Billy Bean, you're awesome.
Because most running backs that get evaluated that high in today's game are really a premium running back. As we've seen from the few last couple of years with Genty, who was on a terrible, terrible team all around, but still had an okay year for.
Poor kid barely got past the line of scrimmage.
I felt bad for Genty because he's so talented.
Yeah, you got Bijan Robinson.
I mean, Atlanta's still not good,
but we know he's good.
But Atlanta's not.
Right? Why? Because they need a quarterback.
The only formula, my friend Pete taught me this, the only formula that works is get the quarterback. That's the only one that works.
Yeah, but you can find competent quarterbacks. They have not found one yet. I mean, the Niners have. They could have got Mac Jones and been a different team. The Falcons. So, the fact that you spent most of your season with Mac Jones and did fine, the more and more I watch football, the more and more I do this show, many of the players are interchangeable. I think scheme and system are so
The Niners made the Super Bowl with Jimmy G.
So important. It doesn't matter who plays if you have a good scheme and system, which the Niners clearly do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're right.
And even before McCaffrey, it was running back by committee. We had like 3 running backs that were just good, and that we made that work.
I mean, Kittle's a big part of that too. I mean, and for a while there, you guys had Deebo Samuel and Ayuk, who were awesome. I think they may not be like clear number ones in any team, but those are like 1A, 1B kind of level. Like 2 of those guys, they were really good in that system.
Yeah, no, and Deebo had like.
Listen, take an offensive juggernaut like the Detroit Lions, remove Ben Johnson, and Detroit doesn't make the playoffs.
Well, they had a crap ton of injuries on the defense.
Yeah, but the data's it's just that's not the only data point. I mean, it's so clear.
Okay, but I don't know. I like that take at the same time, John, but literally if a quarterback goes down, Caleb goes down, that's it for their offense as well. And probably their season.
But right. It's the quarterback and the scheme. It's the only parts that matter. Everything else is interchangeable. Besides the defense.
I mean,
Cam Scadaboo was interchangeable.
Is there really any good teams without without a running back? That's at least a top running back. Like I don't.
Well, a top 10 drafted running back. I mean, those that are playing today. You got Bijan, you got Saquon. Was Gibbs top 10? I know he was drafted in the first round.
Yes, I believe so.
Gibbs is he
was high up there.
I know McCaffrey was first round, but I don't think he was top 10.
Yeah, he was.
I think he was lower.
He was 8.
He was 8? Okay. I mean, those Derrick Henry. I think he was a high draft pick.
No, he was second round.
He was second round? Wow.
High second round.
Hey, James Cook was second round. I mean, yes, he's not Derrick Henry, but
yeah, James Cook is definitely one of the better running backs.
This is the era where you can get a top running back potentially in the second. It's not a guarantee.
You can find any position anywhere.
Right. Yeah. Tom Brady came from the 6th round.
I mean, Joe Purdy.
Oh no!
I'm speaking something to existence here.
Too many names going.
Joe Burrow and Brock Purdy had a kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next generation.
Excuse me. I mean, he was Mr. Irrelevant.
So, of the 2025 teams that made the NFL playoffs, the Texans had the 22nd ranked rushing offense. The Steelers had the 26th ranked rushing offense, and the Jaguars had the 20th ranked rushing offense.
And those got carried by defense. Yeah, those weren't even carried by quarterbacks for the most part.
And then the teams that won, I mean, the Patriots' rushing game is fine, but it was not the key to their offense.
No, they were balanced.
They were balanced.
The Seahawks were more of a rushing offense.
Yeah, well, they were a play action
JSN
team
was
too,
one of the top receivers in the NFL.
I mean, Jason, yes.
I think we talked about this on the last show. Most of those teams in the playoffs were kind of more balanced as far as like run game passing.
Yeah, I'd call Seattle balanced.
Do any of you blame the Cardinals for drafting Jeremiah Love at number 3?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm kind of surprised by that.
That is a terrible pick.
Stop drafting skill players when you don't have a quarterback.
That's the thing. The running back.
Stop.
You do that running back thing when you're like, I got everything in place. I need that like linchpin to just seal my awesome offense, like right. That final great skill position piece. Plus, because running backs tend to have shorter careers, just because it's the nature of the job. I mean, they're running into guys all the time. You want that to kind of be the last thing you put together. At least that's how I feel.
Yes.
Like if you want to have a long run with a dynasty team, which is hard to do these days.
Who's even playing quarterback for the Cardinals next year?
Jacoby Brissett. Who, by the way, is holding out because he wants more money.
Of course he does.
I mean, one good year, bro.
As he should. No, as he should. As he should.
He's been a solid quarterback.
They're not paying anyone. They need to go ahead and give him his money.
If overachieving backup,
it's only for 1 year.
If overachieving backup quarterback was an official position, he'd be the first Hall of Famer in there.
All right, let me throw out some dark horses. I did oodles and oodles of research, and by oodles I mean 2 minutes. There were 3 names that I came across that I think might be some surprising picks. One of them was the previously mentioned Garrett Nussmeier, the Nuss Bus. He had a fantastic 2024 season with LSU. He got hurt a lot last year and didn't have really a lot of good skill players and whatnot. But I think in the right scenario, he could be like a Jared Goff and probably do pretty well. But it does have to be the right scenario. And then there's Pete, pay attention. There's 2 wide receivers that I think are going to be could be pretty good. They were one of them was Bryce Lance from North Dakota State. Yes, that is Trey Lance's younger brother.
I've heard that name actually. Yeah, he's
6'3", 32 plus inch arms, wingspan of 79 inches.
Is he fast? And can he get separation?
He had an athleticism score of 98 or better, which is one of the highest ones in the whole draft class.
But Mark,
another one. What?
Is he fast and can he run routes well and get separation?
He hit 21.75 miles per hour on a go route in Indianapolis.
Okay, that's pretty good.
He's fast.
Can he separate?
Another one is Jeff Caldwell from Cincinnati. He is another one. He had a very high. He had the best athleticism score in the entire combine, a max 99. He is 6'5", 216, 78 inch wingspan, and he had a 4.31 40, 42 inch vertical, and 11.2 broad jump.
Okay, that's a freak athlete. Can he play football?
A freak athlete.
Wow.
So those are my dark horses.
Okay. Well, now, half of us here are sitting here not getting able to play in the first round at all in this show. So I'm hoping some of these superstar players can be in dark horse.
There's only so many picks that the Bills can keep trading down for.
I mean, at this point, why not just keep going?
I'm curious to see who they have in mind.
Hey, no, we're at time, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Done. Chef's
I'm
kiss.
curious to see who they have in mind. All right. You guys might not get this song because it's a Wiz Khalifa song.
You're Wiz Khalifa.
Ready? It's next topic. It's next topic. It's next topic. It's next topic. That was supposed to be Black and Yellow.
I wasn't prepared for that. What just happened?
That's my best Wiz Khalifa impersonation.
That was awesome, man. Really, really good.
That's
all right. On this great big draft episode, I have one more draft question. Happy draft to everyone. With the draft currently going on in Pittsburgh, Steelers president Art Rooney used his considerable position in the NFL hierarchy to stick it to the AFC North rival, Baltimore Ravens fans. Rooney noticed that the seating chart had them sitting in front of Steelers backers, and he asked the NFL to swap their seats, and they agreed. How does the Ravens-Steelers rivalry rank up in the NFL? And after a poor season that earned them the 14th pick, How do we see the Ravens bouncing back this season with the loss of their head coach and a significant number of players and staff to the New York Football Giants?
I think the rivalry blood runs deeper than a head coach, so I think it's probably still alive and well.
I mean, not necessarily the rivalry. There's two questions.
Okay.
How
Well,
does
that
the
was one.
rivalry rank? And how are the Ravens going to do?
I think classically pretty good. I mean, the Ravens in Pittsburgh are always, if not contenders, at least they've been good for the last 20, 30 years.
But I think the rivalry is different with this upcoming season because you have two brand new head coaches at both teams.
Yeah.
So, Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh fought each other for 19 years.
It was so epic.
That's true.
Years.
It was so epic.
And it loses a little bit of shimmer with Mike McCarthy and Jesse Minter. Now, McCarthy at least has been a head coach before, but I mean, I don't know. Do the Rooneys think that it's 2012 and they're bringing back all the Packers? I mean, I guess the Cowboys kind of stole that idea
Those
anyway.
fucking Midwest teams, though, they're constantly shitting on each other. Baseball,
It's the
football.
division of
we're going to
blood,
talk about the McCarthy effect later. But and Jesse Minter is an unproven head coach. We brought this up in a previous episode that we don't think, or at least I didn't think that Lamar Jackson was going to remain a Raven in the long term. So that could be that
Still
this
possible.
whole experiment of getting rid of Harbaugh and putting everything on Lamar might fail. And Jesse Minter is an unproven head coach.
People are pretty hot on him lately, though, I feel like.
I don't know if they're good.
But there's a lot of buzz about Minter being good.
So he's inheriting basically a team better than what's his name from Detroit inherited when he went to Chicago.
Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson.
Sorry.
Their offense and defense are complete already. So anything they're adding right now is just a chef's kiss, like you were saying. Literally, Vega. They added Vega already. Shore up their interior line because they lost their center to the Raiders or whatever. But outside of that, I mean, they still got King Henry, still got Lamar, still got, same wide receivers. Could always improve on that.
They're a decent group, not great.
So, John, help me with this. Do you think King Henry loses any step next year? Because Mark and Peter
asking this from a fancy football perspective.
Mark and Peter non-believers, and I think King Henry's going to run 1,000 yards until he dies.
Honestly, his off-season work, I've watched clips, is like LeBron.
Oh, his workouts are insane.
He puts so much into his craft, and even if he loses a half a step, I mean, speed is not his game. Speed is not his game.
And yet
he
still occasionally runs away from people, though, which is incredible.
Right. And that's a plus, but I mean,
he's got the best stiff arm in football.
Right.
He's going to give you that consistency. Right, exactly.
He bounced the Bills' safety like a basketball. and after the play,
he saw the game.
The camera went to the Bills' safety, and he just looked so pissed at himself because he's like, I look so stupid right now.
I mean, what it does to you mentally trying to tackle him, probably it's so bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to try and tackle him.
That's what they say at the end of a game, even through college, you're tired after trying to tackle Derrick Henry for 48 minutes.
Guy is insane.
And then, icing on top, they add Trey Hendrickson. So just to add to their defense that was already existing. So we'll see what they do. I mean, paper got to play.
Why do those
they were
Midwest
a good team on paper last year?
Why do those Midwest teams trade with each other? They just don't even understand. Harbaugh's like, fuck this, I'm out.
I mean, if you get any year Lamar is healthy for 16 games, he's a potential MVP candidate usually. So I think it's a lot of it stems on that. Is he gonna be able to stay upright this time?
What's the best rivalry in football right now?
In football, I'm biased. I'll probably say Niners Seahawks or Niners Rams.
I thought you were gonna say Niners Rams.
I was gonna say Niners Rams feels a little bit longer.
Well, we date back to like even the Kaepernick ages. going against the Legion of Boom. So
That's
that
true.
carries.
Yeah,
That's true.
that was a
carries
big
with
error
me.
there.
I mean, I think probably Bills Pats. Now that the Pats are good again.
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of. I feel like this is the Bills Pats was very one-sided for 20 years. The Bills hated. Trust me, we hated you guys, and you guys were like, "Thanks for the 2 wins, guys." Woohoo!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't care how way you felt about us.
No,
I mean,
but
I hate
now
the Eagles
now
and
it's
the
fun
Cowboys,
because
but
it could be a real rivalry because we're. Both
I hate the
good.
Eagles and the Cowboys, but the Giants aren't very good. So
But you have been historically.
We'll see. I mean, the NFC East does have some good rivalries.
I feel like Giants
It
and
does.
Eagles is a more rivalry thing. Well, I guess Giants and Cowboys too.
you know what's the best part about the Giants-Eagles rivalry? And Jordan Tyson said this, and Malik Neighbors got upset with him. Jordan Tyson is asked, could he play in under the bright lights in New York? And he tells the reporter, he's like, isn't that in New Jersey? Malik Neighbors is like, fuck that guy, I'm out.
I love Jordan Tyson for that.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's
But
not wrong.
because it's in New Jersey, the rivalry in Jersey, especially North Jersey, between the Eagles and the Giants is physical. People are in the same household. There's like
It's only an hour and a half away from each other.
it's
or something
so
like that, right?
That's
close.
close,
The people who live in East Rutherford know people who live in Philadelphia. Like, it's too close for a football rivalry, and that's what makes it really fun when you're down there.
It'd be interesting to see who has the most divisional playoff round matchups with these rivalries because I do feel like I see San
that
Fran
is Bears and Packers.
is it well okay because they go back forever.
Oh, that hatred is deep.
That's deep. That's deeper than
That's-
blood. That's like
That's generational.
That's generational
That's
hatred.
multi-generational.
yeah, dude. There are probably
I
some.
take back my answer. That's
Yeah.
the one.
There's some
That's
ancient.
the one.
There's some ancient ruins probably back before the Roman Empire that say like fuck the Packers and fuck the Bears. you
Oh
know,
yeah, like that Bears win
Respectively.
in Lambeau for this year's playoffs was literally just like a. It was what is that? It was like a fixed moment in the timeline, like in the MCU. That thing was ridiculous,
Yeah.
and we got to move on. That's a good end.
Good.
Let's hear it for another fake sponsor, Remote Rage, a TV remote control that survives spikes, throws, and emotional damage. Remote Rage, built for fans like you.
That sounds fun. I want that remote.
It wants you, Pete.
All right, you guys maybe you'll remember this song. This was popular, I think, in the late '90s, or maybe I believe it was the '90s. Cause it's next topic.
I remember that song.
That's from Shanice. Now, oh, I remember now. It was actually like more mid '90s because Shanice was on a Family Matters episode.
At first, I thought you were doing Baby Shark because Liam's been singing that out of randomly, and it's driving me nuts.
I don't think Baby Shark is from Pittsburgh.
He sings every time he takes a bath. He sings Baby Shark.
So we saw one of the best NFL draft strategies from the last two Super Bowl champions and the Seahawks and the Eagles. However, the financial aftermath makes it arguably unsustainable for long runs as now teams have to pay these Super Bowl winning athletes top dollar contracts. In a salary cap league, these teams unfortunately see lots of turnover and have to start essentially from square one. The Seahawks lost MVP Kenneth Walker III, safety Kobe Bryant, and cornerback Reek Woolen to free agency in anticipating of signing JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigma, and corner Devin Witherspoon. The Eagles lost a linebacker Nakobe Dean, safety Reed Blankenship, and offensive lineman Mekhi Becton. So everyone, is it impossible for an NFC dynasty to exist with today's financials and values at certain positions?
Yes, next topic.
I don't know. hold on. The Eagles seem to figure it out. They're like, oh, we'll just pay all this. We'll just pay
They
everybody.
just dumped.
Okay.
That was
Sorry.
in the intro. They dumped a bunch of players.
They did, but that's part of the genius of their GM. Remember how we were talking about this, where like certain teams have blue chip players. The Eagles have a blue chip GM. And I think the way they do it is they jettison a lot of good talent, but they're really good at drafting, which scares me that they took Mekhi Lemon now.
But would you call the Eagles run a dynasty?
No, I guess not.
Yeah, the closest dynasty we've had have been the Chiefs.
Yeah, but I mean, the Eagles have been in 2 Super Bowls in the last 5 years. That's not nothing.
Yeah, like we're spoiled when teams are consistently good, really good for a couple years, honestly, because really football for the most part is a flip of the coin. The Eagles really drafting and hitting your draft at least keeps you highly competitive, which they've been. I mean, they had a down year on the offensive side. Maybe it was coming because of chemistry. Maybe, AJ Brown wasn't too happy over there. So it could have, everything has to go right for you to win a championship.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's true.
If the writing on the wall, the Patriots grabbing AJ Brown, they're going to be hard to beat.
But again, a dynasty, is that a good long-term plan? No.
No.
I mean, I don't think a football dynasty is a thing anymore. And we at If These Balls Can Talk. We at If These Balls Can Talk have been maintaining that the way to win in football is to hit your draft, which John said, and to kind of capitalize on the fact that you've hit your draft and win while your players are cheap.
Oh yeah, double down.
Yep.
Win with a cheap quarterback.
Win with a cheap quarterback.
Yes,
and if you can win with a cheap quarterback and a cheap wide receiver like the Bengals tried to, then you're just money.
It got them to a Super Bowl.
Again, though,
so it did work for a year.
That gets you to one Super Bowl. That doesn't build a dynasty. No. Now, if you take a look at the Chiefs and before that, the Patriots, what did they have in common? Neither team never had the highest paid player at a single position. Now, granted, yes, they have 2 extraordinary quarterbacks, but neither of
Brady
them
was doing some weird shit with like a personal training thing. And
neither of them were ever the highest paid quarterback in the league. Now, granted, Mahomes does make a lot more than Tom Brady,
but it's not the highest in the league, though.
On a side note, do you know who has actually made the most salary in the NFL?
Kirk Cousins, maybe.
Kirk Cousins is number 2. Actually, he's about to surpass him. But yeah, isn't that amazing? And then Matthew Stafford is up there as well.
I was going to say Stafford is getting paid a lot.
Have you guys seen the reels of why Vegas brought in Kirk Cousins? Because Fernando Mendoza is his son. It's very funny. They're both really very.
They do kind of look alike.
They look alike. Man. They're both very clean cut, That's very funny. Above board.
Right.
And
when Stafford retires, nobody will notice.
Kirk Cousins is kind of a wiener.
But again, so you take a look at a lot of these. Like, when was the last time a team with the highest paid player at a certain position, at like quarterback or wide receiver or edge, made it to a Super Bowl or even won a Super Bowl?
It's not how you win anymore. Ask the Dallas Cowboys.
The only question was Saquon the highest paid running back when he got his new contract with the Eagles? Or was he not on his new contract yet when they were in the Super Bowl?
No, they re-signed him at the end of the Super Bowl.
McCaffrey was getting paid more.
Okay. Yeah. And you're right, McCaffrey is getting paid a lot. Because that wasn't their year where it was Barkley and McCaffrey and a couple others pretty much tried to band together to be like, hey, guys, we're really good and we do a lot. You got to pay us more. And they
that was like three years ago where they were undervaluing the running back by far. It got really ugly.
And you had a lot of elite talent at running back that all had their contracts up at the same time.
Yep.
And now we're getting, Tyler Linderbaum is getting paid almost as much as an edge rusher. I think that's amazing.
Yeah. And
you're getting more and more now players that are taking up like 10-15% of a salary cap. Quarterbacks are taking up like 20-25.
So the research department has just informed me that the last time the highest paid roster won the Super Bowl, can you guys guess?
The 2021 Rams?
Nope. Before that.
I would say, was it the Bucks in 2020?
The 2015 Denver Broncos.
Huh.
This has been 11.
Wow.
It's been 11 years, and I think a lot of that was because of Peyton Manning.
So they had
for the
Peyton,
money,
but
not
he was
for the
on the end of his
performance.
career.
For the money, not for the performance.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Von Miller and company
yeah.
carried
Von Miller
him
and
to a
DeMarcus
championship.
Lawrence, right?
Yep.
Demarius Thomas, probably.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
They had some pieces.
Thomas.
Really good.
And then most expensive, blah 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 blah. Yeah,
But I mean, that's team salary. What about the now? And I didn't have enough time to research this, unfortunately.
and
Like the highest paid players.
Highest paid players.
I don't believe it must have been like decades since
This
that
is a
has
very-
been in the Super Bowl.
this is a very interesting data point. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe
So
we'll
we're-
do this as our if these balls could talk thesis.
That sounds like a new segment.
Then the 2015 Seahawks had a high roster. The 2012 Patriots had a high roster.
Let me just add in one point too.
Sure.
We were kind of talking about the dynasty factor or the winning factor, right? At the end of the day, too, right? We're chasing championships, but some of the owners are looking at it like, are we running a successful business? Whether or
They're
not,
all-
Yeah, that's a
That's
great
true,
point.
yeah. Right.
and-
Does anyone
that.
care about a dynasty anymore?
right. Versus filling up the stands, selling jerseys, being a popular team of the city. You know, it has its benefits just winning morale and the output.
And you have a lot of private equity firms
That's
that
true.
are owning teams now.
Yeah. So it's not win or bust anymore like it used to be. As much as like mentally you want to think your team is winning or bust, you know, or you know, sometimes they're just playing the game.
I hear
following the
that.
script.
I remember when Terry Pagula bought the Bills in 2014, that the message from him was, look, if I need more money, I'll just drill some more oil rigs. That he literally said that. He's like, I want to win a Super Bowl. I don't care how much money, even if we lose money on the Bills, I'm going to spend whatever it takes. But in practice, especially the Buffalo Sabres, which he also owns, that has not been the case. It's been much more like John has said, where he seems very aware of making sure it is a viable business model as well as a successfully winning franchise.
Yeah,
And
let's
in
move on.
both the Sabres and the Bills.
We're running a little late, so let's move on. Oh, also, we're at time. We've been at time.
Good points all around, guys.
Help me, I've got no soul to sell. Help me, the only thing that works for me. Whoops, I got that wrong.
Help me turn away
Help me get away from myself. I want to talk about the next topic.
I thought you were going to go for it and be like, I want to fuck you like next topic.
Yes! Amazing. Let's fucking go.
I was like, all right, is Mark going to go there? Anyway.
I know, that was the cliffhanger.
All right, so
It was. I was in suspense.
And now for something completely different. Spurs star and superhuman Victor Wembanyama tripped and face-planted just 12 minutes into Tuesday's 106-103 Game 2 loss to the Portland Trail Blazers. He's currently in concussion protocol, and it did seem like he lost consciousness after that hard fall. Under NBA concussion protocol guidelines, a player cannot return to full participation for 48 hours. So Game 3 is tomorrow in Portland, and Wemby, 22, is Defensive Player of the Year and just had an amazing regular season. So, two things. Do we think Wemby plays again in this first-round series against the 7th-ranked Trailblazers? And how does the loss of a star in the early part of the playoffs affect a team's morale and momentum?
I think he does play again. I don't think he's gonna travel, though. I believe he's already been ruled out for Game 3. And and then Game 4 he would have to also go there. So something tells you the earliest he's going to play would be Game 5. And yes, I think he's coming back because it's sports.
So Pete, in fashion of these shows where you haven't seen the thing I'm talking about, you should look it up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the NBA has a
Sounds like a
completely
bad
different concussion protocol than the NFL.
It was very bad.
There's no blue tent in the NBA.
He's so
Okay. So wait,
big
what am I
and
looking at here?
lanky
So NBA.
Victor Wembanyama fall will get you there.
He did a face plant, and yeah, he was out for a while. Now, I believe I heard this on some kind of news segment too, that the average number of games that an NBA player misses due to concussion protocol is 9, which essentially
so
is
low.
Yeah, That's like 3 weeks. Wait a minute, you think that's low?
No, I mean, I
3
thought
is a
you
long
meant
time.
there are 9. You meant games missed. And yes, that is a
No.
lot of games. I thought you meant
Yes.
9 players.
That's like 3 weeks worth of games, essentially.
Well,
And it's only a best of 7 game series.
they're a good team, but the fact they win because they have a 7-6
They're so reliant on Wemby.
freak of nature who can
They're so
dribble and
reliant
shoot
on
threes
Wemby.
and block and do everything.
I know that from the power rankings. Just how
And I mean,
important he
here's
is
the
to that
thing,
team.
right? The Trailblazers are good, but they shouldn't have won. They shouldn't have won any games this
Ooh.
series.
Oh, that's a bad
Yeah.
hit to the head,
It's
man.
a bad fall. And
Oof.
Yeah.
it's not. He just he fell
Oh,
over some
ouch.
people, but really he just got caught up in his legs. He was like a
No, it's just
a
a freak.
weird-
It's a freak accident where you fall at the wrong angle and you have your arms are not in the right place to catch yourself, and your head just goes bam.
it's like a
hard
weird
court.
gangly
Ugh.
spider, right? Like
Ah,
it was so aggressive. It was the reason I saw this fall, and I'm like, well, we have to
oh,
talk
that looked
about it.
nasty.
And,
so
and
he
the
doesn't-
Spurs are super dependent on him. I mean,
It's not
in
like
their-
you're
in a
falling
lot of
on grass or
respects-
turf like in the NFL. Like that's on
Oh, yeah,
a
yeah,
hard
that's
freaking
hardwood.
court and no helmet.
It's hardwood.
So yeah, they're depending on their NBA Defensive Player of the Year. No doubt about that. And he can literally do everything you need on the court.
Yeah.
So they're
You just got to throw it up, and he's going to catch it, no matter how high it
their
is.
offense is modeled around him. So of course, if they know he's not playing the next game, they're going to have a better game plan instead of in-game adjustments. They'll go in because they have a lot of quality depth and pieces outside of Wembanyama. You have Stephon Castle, who was the Rookie of the Year last year, and he's phenomenal defensively and offensively. You got De'Aaron Fox, point guard. He's been, I think he was, I know he's
He
an
came from the
all-star,
Kings.
but
Yeah.
I know he's an all-star. I don't know if he ever made, not all-pro, but all-NBA. But
No, he hasn't been all NBA, no.
I know they have some pieces they could fill in, and they have a few big men on the bench. I mean, nothing compares to Wemby.
Luke Cornett,
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
former Celtics great.
Kelly Olynyk. He's also was on
Another
the
former Celtics great.
Yeah. So
I mean, the fact that they only lost the game by 3 is incredible.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's not
But-
like Wemby played any significant time in that.
if he doesn't play Game 3, I still would take Spurs. Honestly, that game.
So
But do
Yeah.
they win in?
John,
They
do
win
you
in
think-
6? Do they win in 7?
It depends on when he comes back, right?
No.
So, John, my question is based on what you're saying. Like, if he comes back fast enough, and if they don't lose the series in that time, could this be a blessing in disguise where they realize, oh, maybe if we plan better and not just rely on this guy for everything?
No, I know where
Maybe
you're
they could
getting
be a
at.
better
That's what
overall
NBA
team.
teams do.
That's not
what
really how
NBA teams
basketball
do.
works.
Yeah, but so do you really think the second Wembanyama comes back, if the series isn't over, they're just gonna be like, oh, never mind all that cool stuff we figured out. We're just gonna go back to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Shows how much
Pete,
I know.
Pete, he's 7'6" and he has a 12-foot wingspan. He can
He's-
literally
Yeah, I
stand
guess, okay.
flat-footed. He can
He's
stand
one of one.
flat-footed and
Right.
put the ball in the net. It's only 10 feet.
Yeah, I guess if it's like, hey,
He's a
we have this
unicorn.
cool strategy, and oh, we have a Greek god or something on our team. It's I guess you go with the
Essentially,
Greek god. Yeah.
Yes, essentially. Who can
I mean,
The man is
also-
7'6" with an 8-foot wingspan. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no other player in the NBA with that. Plus, he has the athletic skills like a point guard.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah,
so weird.
all right,
It's,
fine.
It's
All right,
so
never
weird
mind.
to watch.
I
The
don't know
man
why.
is the ultimate hybrid player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
They
One of
will
one.
win. And
One of one.
who's the coach that came back to coach him? I forget.
That's not the right coach that you're thinking. I think you're thinking of Popovich, and he's like an executive.
Well, my friend Mark told me that, so I got distracted.
I
No,
never
they
told
have
you
a
that.
they have a young coach. I forgot his name. But
I'm just
he's
saying.
under
Greg Popovich.
They are great, and they're going to continue to be great as long as Wemby's on the team. I just hope they get to make it out of the first round of the playoffs, because I would like to see them play. I would like to see OKC struggle
Mhm. Well,
like a little bit
I don't
Wemby.
think
Maybe.
They wouldn't face OKC until the finals potentially,
till the
Conference
finals.
finals.
Potentially.
or the Western Finals. Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Wemby
And
get
they
well
still
soon
gotta
then, I
go
guess.
through Jokic.
They might not have to. What?
Well, Joker's a beast.
AKA the Joker, as I also learned while doing the NBA power rankings.
Mark, Pete, how do you say His last name?
Is it Jokic?
The Jokers. There we go.
Do I got it now?
Good-
it only
good
took
job,
about 8
buddy.
weeks, so I figured it
Good
out.
job, buddy. All right, we got to move on.
Don't need nothing but next topic. How can I resist? Ain't looking for nothing but next topic. And it don't get better than this. All right. I don't have much of an intro for this because it's time to make John really, really mad. So everyone, why are the Steelers so obsessed with Aaron Rodgers? And do we think they will continue their winning ways with Mike McCarthy?
Fuck that guy.
Who said anything about winning?
It's my official answer.
They won 20 years in a row with Mike Tomlin.
If you call 9 and 8 and like losing in the first round of the playoffs every year winning,
Yes,
sure.
that is literally the definition of a winning season.
Yes, yeah.
Mike McCarthy is not Mike Tomlin.
You're
He is
absolutely
not.
right.
No, he is not. I think they downgraded a coach, honestly.
They might be the complete opposite of each other, actually.
It might
Yeah.
be the complete opposite of
I
each
never
other.
thought McCarthy was that good of a coach. Tomlin was always really good. I don't think Tomlin was the best coach because he was a little too conservative with certain play calling and analytics from what I would have done, but it's hard to deny how successful Pittsburgh was every year with him.
I think the Steelers are good in spite of Aaron Rodgers because they're just really kind of good.
What?
Well, we haven't seen a Tomlinless Steelers in a long time.
I mean, Cameron Hayworth is a great defensive player. Jalen Warren is completely passable. Cameron Hayworth is old, but Jalen Warren is completely passable. Their wide receivers are good.
They
Their
pick up
defense is good.
Rico Dowdle, too.
It just doesn't make sense. Like
Rico Dowdle. I mean, I think they're going to be fine. I don't think they're going to be good, and I wouldn't be surprised if they have their first losing record because they're not great on paper.
And we relived this story last year with the whole Aaron Rodgers like back and forth, and there was some talk that because the draft was in Pittsburgh, that Aaron Rodgers was going to announce he was going to be a Steeler at the draft, and that is totally an Aaron Rodgers thing that he would do too.
of course he would.
Yes.
Thankfully, he didn't.
I feel like
At least
Tomlin,
not today. At least not today.
I feel like Tomlin is the reason that this weird hodgepodge team of theirs, which it seems good, but I don't know. I just feel like it was well coached for a long time.
Tomlin's not making the roster choices though. Like they had Roethlisberger, and then they didn't have a quarterback after Roethlisberger.
I know, but Tomlin kept it together despite not having a quarterback for so many years. I feel like I don't think McCarthy can do that.
But again, why this obsession with Aaron Rodgers? Why not look somewhere else?
know.
Why not think about the future?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Aaron Rodgers isn't going to play until he's 70 years old. He might want to. I don't know how good ayahuasca is, but you know.
They're not drafting high enough to find a reasonable quarterback to just trust. Take over the offense.
You don't have to take a quarterback in the first round though.
No, but
then trust. You take Rodgers. If it's not like, let's say they had the first overall pick with the team they had, they would easily turn that team right over to the keys right over to them. But you don't, especially this quarterback group, it's not a strong class at all.
No.
So,
but they had an opportunity to draft a quarterback last year too, and they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, they drafted Will Howard, who was a good quarterback.
I'm sorry, they did draft Will Howard, and apparently they really like him, whatever that means.
Yeah, I guess, but. Is he going to start ahead of Mason Rudolph?
No, I mean, so right now, ESPN.com has the quarterback depth chart on the Steelers as Mason Rudolph and Will Howard.
Okay.
Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers is not officially signed with the Steelers.
Right. And I mean, Mason Rudolph was great in college, but he hasn't translated into a good NFL quarterback yet.
Rico Dowdle and Michael Pittman Jr. in this offseason so far. I mean, the Steelers are at least trying.
Are they?
No, because they would have called the 49ers and said, we got something for you. Send me Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. Mac Jones is just sitting there being awesome.
Right.
Mac Jones saved the 49ers season.
He did.
That is not supposition.
Why are the Niners hoarding Mac Jones?
My crazy fantasy of the 49ers losing Purdy to injury and Mac Jones somehow going and almost winning them a Super Bowl. It almost came true.
It almost came true.
wanted that to come true.
I really did.
It almost happened.
That would have been so funny.
I mean,
I was rooting for you guys because of that story.
Yeah.
and then you say, well, what is that, right?
And I've always, since I was a kid, I've always wanted to see a Buffalo 49ers Super Bowl. How fucking awesome would that be?
I still think it's system. And that's why I think the Steelers are going to be bad this year.
If Rodgers is
Can't argue with
there,
that.
I mean, they're at least going to be somewhat competitive. Not saying he takes you over the top, but just having that veteran leadership.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think his luck might run out this year. I think he literally might die.
His physical, whatever he's got left physically is falling away.
His
fast.
decrepit body is just going to crumble and he's just going to disintegrate, I think.
No amount of
Pittman. Like, that's a big addition.
Yeah.
That is a big addition. Yeah, they got 2 really good wide receivers now.
Yes. But no amount of like super magic health potions are going to save him after a certain point.
Unicorn tears, Pete.
Is that what was in that vial?
Yes. Okay. And we're at time. Mark, do you know what time it is?
It's the final topic.
So great, man.
Pete, how was our timing on that?
It sounded good on my earphones, which means it's going to be way off on Slack, probably.
It sounded good on my earphones.
That's the thing. I try to actually. I know there's a little bit of delay when John's audio comes through, so I'm trying to time it.
I know. John might have to retime me and John's thing there to make sure that syncs up.
I'm not gonna do that.
Sorry, we digress.
I might
Go
just
ahead,
do
John.
it. We'll see if there's time.
I'm not gonna do it. It's totally fine.
That's fine.
And now for something completely different. Marvel Studios significantly reduced staff this week, laying off nearly the entire visual development department, which resulted in an overall 8% drop in the workforce. This was done under a broader Disney restructuring plan aiming to move forwards towards freelance artists and project-based skill work. With the studio struggling to release a financial success, some say that the visual development team was sacrificed. A tipster going on to say that the department itself was politically unpopular with other departments, typically enforcing the comic book accurate vision of Kevin Feige. So what do we think about Disney deciding to start cleaning house at Marvel? Is there a bigger conspiracy to the layoffs, or is Disney just trying to tighten a team which hasn't been able to produce any measurable profits in a while?
Peek ahead, because I know this affects your people.
So I'm a little bit, I don't know the whole story, so I don't want to speak too much on this without knowing everything, but I do know that historically, the VFX workers in Marvel Studios were pretty much driven to the bone, and that includes those in-house and the ones that were contracted out. Which, sorry, you can't make a blockbuster movie of that magnitude these days without involving a lot of third-party studios, big and small. But typically, a lot of people that have worked on Marvel films have cited just how maniacally awful of an experience it was. I don't know if that's still the case. This is a couple of years ago. And I will say my own experience working on the Netflix versions of like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, etc. was a lot of fun. That was really cool. And yes, it was a lot of work really fast, and we were held to very high standards, but it was good. It was good work, and it was a pleasure to work on. I was very happy to participate in those. It sounds like that wasn't the case for the movies, and maybe it's just a matter of, I mean, guys, like they hit lightning in a bottle all the way up through the Avengers, Infinity War and Endgame, and it just hasn't. We've talked about this a bunch on the show. It hasn't been the same sense, but I feel like the creative asks tend to just kind of skew up and up and up and up and up, and demands get higher and higher. And a lot of these visual effects directors in high places maybe kind of lose the ball a little bit. I don't want to speak out of place here, because I don't know. I haven't worked on these projects, but it just seems like this was inevitable at a point where something had to give, and it sucks that
I'm inevitable.
Yeah, right.
So
like
there is a guy. there is a guy, his name is Andy Park, and he's the head of this visual development department. He has been at Marvel for 16 years. He was one of the original
before they were owned by Disney.
Right.
Way back.
He was one of the original artists on the whole concept of the original Avengers, the original Cap look. And so the visual development department has been really, from my research and just what I know, core in the look and feel of what we know of the MCU Avengers.
Yeah.
And MCU in general. Now, what I also read is that this department they impact everything. They give notes to costume, they give notes to design, because they're trying to do this vision that maybe the executive producers have, and maybe they have, because they're these very dedicated artists. I think the question, the core of this question for me is, what is the plan, right? What is Disney trying to do by tightening the belt at Marvel?
I mean, do you think that they finished Doomsday?
I'm sure they're still working on it at this
we
point.
We are at a point as far as the development of Doomsday and its release date where it is filmed, right, Pete?
Of course, it's been filmed for a while. And they're probably mostly through with the VFX. There's probably a lot of pickup work that third-party studios are doing, and maybe this was why this was the time this happened. They probably finished a lot of their principal work on this next big thing.
And a question for Pete.
What about Secret Wars?
What is your thoughts on the transition, and really even like in the AI universe, the transition of art from full-time workers to contract workers, which was my understanding, the main core of this movement?
So I don't know if it necessarily means contract workers individually, or maybe they're more contracting the work out to other studios, which Marvel has tended to keep things more in a tight-knit group, I think.
But this is Disney we're talking about now, not Marvel. Even though but it's more Disney.
Well, and
they've always used third-party studios, but it's usually been a handful of very close to the vest big ones. And this might mean that more of this Marvel stuff gets pushed out to the
is this potentially good news for you, Pete?
Maybe.
Well, I think what this smells like to me from like a business profit perspective is like Papa Iger is still in there tightening the purse strings, because they went and they just spent for 2 years while he was on vacation.
Yeah.
And they lost a lot of money.
Yeah. And a lot of that spending, the overspending that you're talking about, is, I feel like it might be more not from the artist failing to perform. It's just creative minds are led or are allowed to go ham and just get out of hand, where you'll do 20 versions of a shot that every single one of those looked great, but subjectively the director's like, well, I want to see this moon that's back there purple now. It's like, well, okay, but do you know how many... You think that's an easy ask, and sometimes it is, but other times, do you know how many layers of different things get affected by a purple moon instead of a green moon? And, and you end up having every color of the rainbow back there for no fucking reason other than the whim of the director wanting to see it that way. When it's like, your on-set VFX director said, like, guys, no, we did a lighting this way that the moon should be like green. That's what we did. We planned everything around that. This is a theoretical situation, but my point is, there's a lot of planning that can go into these things to keep costs efficient, to get the look really good. And when everyone works together, that can be incredible. And I don't feel like that's been the case in Marvel since maybe like the first couple waves of movies.
Does Jon Favreau have to take over Marvel from Kevin Feige?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
He needs to fix it.
Stop playing around with Mandalorian and
Jon Favreau. You're our only hope, and we're at time.
Did you say time? Okay, so that has been our topics. We will be back next week for our Kentucky Derby episode with our friend Ray Rotundo. In the meantime, you can catch up on our old episodes on our YouTube channel with the handle at If These Balls Pod. And don't forget to subscribe to us by tickling that little bell. We would like to thank our guest for joining us tonight. Thank you, John.
Of course.
You can follow or like us on our socials at If These Balls Pod on X, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Our website is www.iftheseballscouldtalkpod.com. This is Mark Pesci, and for my partner, John Companion, producer Pete Steffen. That's what we feel they would say if these balls could talk.
Indeed.
Jackson Dart! Jackson Dart!
If they could talk, they would walk along the bases and into the field. Sorry, I started the music late, so we got to vamp, guys.
We're vamping?
You got something witty? Go. Here's your chance. All right, we missed it.
I already did the thing.
Good night.